Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be playing some Simic, and mostly because we're going to do some really ridiculously big things. Or at least that's the hope. So let's take a look at this list, and I think there's going to be a lot you're going to like here. Hey, all, just a quick heads up on this video. For some reason, after I got done doing commentary this weekend and went to record, my audio levels on everything just kind of changed. So the game volume is going to be a little bit low on this one, but that's because I bring everything down so my audio from my mic wasn't blowing your ears out. So should still be very watchable, but if you're wondering why there's not a lot of game sounds, that's the reason. Should be fine in the next video. Just wanted to give you a heads up so you know what to expect. So we're going to start with 3 steps ahead just so we can have some defense, but importantly, copying things will matter here. We do have some Llanowar Elves and Badgermole Cubs. I know, but hey, we need the mana. This is important. We have a few Leyline Weavers as well, a couple of Archdruid Charms so we can search for key cards, but also a way to give us some removal for a couple of things. We're playing Applied Geometry so we can copy nearly anything. If you don't know what this card does, it copies any non-aura permanent you have and gives you a 0/0 fractal creature token with 6 counters on it. We are going to also have some Oko the Ringleader because copying some of our stuff again could be very important, partly because we're going to have doubling season, so those elk we get from Oko could be good, or we could just play Oko and then minus it, which could be very cool. We do have Overlord of the Hauntwoods, which coincidentally makes tokens, and we're going to get to copy all those tokens. There is a copy of Vivian here to help us dig and give us some extra artifact and enchantment removal. Meringue River Regent, this is a great thing to copy. You just keep your opponent's stuff off the battlefield is great. If we are going to be making all this mana, though, we do have 1 copy of River's Rebuke, so we could just bounce all of their stuff and keep ours. And then a couple of copies of Mind into Matter, so we can draw a bunch of cards and dig and maybe find a doubling season and put it directly onto the battlefield. So we'll see. We're just kind of trying to go crazy with this list today. Also, by now, if you watch the channel, you know I tell you to go over to toamagic.com. Use my code DRAGON. It's DRAGN. It'll save you 5%. But also, if you're going to any of these events in June or July, you should check them out. They're going to be in Kansas City, Vegas, in New Jersey, Minneapolis, and San Diego. So lots of conventions going on that they support. So you can go and sell stuff directly to them if you don't want to put stuff through the mail. But all that being said, let's go see how crazy this pile of cards can get. Okay. Yeah. This kind of works. We have a Vinestalk. I don't even know. Maybe we're not supposed to be playing Vinestalks. We kind of need all of our land to be untapped all the time, which is kind of annoying. Oh, the problem here is if we Badgermole, I guess we don't have anything better to do, so it's fine. If you get us, you get us. Whereas a real chance they're just going to kill Badgermole here. Oh, they're not. It's an Inkwright guy. What? Okay, then. Isn't that something? Well, I guess we just copy a Badgermole Cub? I mean, I say that. I could just fight this Inkwright dude, though. And it's probably smarter. Yeah, let's do that. I don't love it. I really want to do the bigger things, but this is probably what we're supposed to do. Otherwise, they untap, play another guy, target our stuff. It just gets kind of ugly. And if we get a 2-mana thing, this does leave a little bit of interplay. I guess you don't really need to. This is where we get to use Vivian, actually. One of Vivian's rarely used abilities to destroy a flyer. All right, that worked out, surprisingly. Oko of Hunger. I can't quite minus Vivian again. I have to plus her first before I can get rid of the Arc. Ooh, all right. Technically, we could apply Geometry to copy a Vivian and then just get rid of the Arc, which is kind of gross and weird, but it's a thing we could do. Actually, you know what I just realized? I'm not really sure how that works. Like, if we copy Vivian, it just enters... Okay, we'll have loyalty and +1/+1 counters on it. Let's try it. Sounds insane and ridiculous. Let's do it. We'll keep this one because it's also a 6/6 fighter. Well, they can play that out of the yard. All right. Not the way we kind of wanted this game to go, not how we built the deck, but you know what? If it's doing a thing, it's doing a thing, you know? Graduation day. What was that? Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 on target duder. Yeah, sure. Alrighty then. What do we do? We can activate the Restless Vine Stalk. It becomes a 5/5 with trample. We attack. Just trying to decide, do we copy anything here? I don't know. I guess we copy Badger Mole? Yeah, alright. I mean, it's just dumb having piles of 6/6s, really. And then activate. Wow, we still have leftover mana? Gross. Alright. Then we're attacking with Vivian? That's a sentence you don't get to hear too often. We can turn Badger Mole into a base 3/3, so it's a 4/4. Alright. This works. Alright, opponent goes to 5. We might as well activate Vivian, just in case something crazy happens. Take a Mistrized Village. There goes some doubling seasons, unfortunately. Arc of Hunger's not going to do it. We're in pretty good shape now. All right, we had a very strange game, but you know, not mad at it. This worked out quite well, considering. All right. Let's mulligan. All right, we're putting back River's Rebuke. Marauding Mako, sure. The scary thing here is these aggressive discard decks can really move, so there's no telling how far ahead or behind we could be very quickly. I really kind of want to draw another thing that we can cast for 2 mana. Yeah, that's not it, though. Ugh. Do we just... No, we can't. Wanted to Overlord of the Hauntwoods there, but it just doesn't make sense to. Might as well attack. I'm not likely to block. Good old Blood Gas. Oh, and a Tersa Light Shadow. Usually they don't play a Tersa, but here, bad news for us. Yep. This feels like can't win territory. Well, we got another Badger Mole. Is that good enough to do anything? Not really. We can just get a 6/5. If we Badger Mole... Actually, if we... that leaves us 3/6. We only have one... I guess if I'd have played this first, maybe we could have... And then we could have... No. Yeah, this is just kind of the best we can do, I think. Very disappointing. Alright. It's something. Doubt it keeps us alive, but it's at least an opportunity. I mean, I guess if we would draw something like River's Rebuke or whatever right off the top, maybe... Vivian doesn't do enough, I don't think. Copying an Overlord won't really do much for us. So yeah, we're in a rough spot. All right, Moonshadow. I mean, here's the thing. Overlord could at least trade, right? With the Mako. We could double block Tursa. Go to 8. That's not terrible. Right? It could be a lot worse. I mean, it does put us at 6. So that's the scary part. But I think this kind of has to be acceptable for us. All right, another Overlord. Okay. We can tap 2, 4, 5, and still leave up blue, blue, that. I mean, that might just be what we have to do, right? Is that the only way we could do that? That gives us 5, and then we still have mana up for the 3 steps ahead. Yeah, okay. I'm just thinking if copying Badger Mole would do anything here, but I don't think it does. All right, we're just kind of up against it. We're only at 6, and if they have any burn spells, it's only going to get worse. Actually, no, we're dead if we counter something, actually, because we have to double block the Moon Shadow. I mean, I guess it doesn't make us dead, but puts us really close. Hardened Academic. Damn it. Yeah, so if we counter that, we double block Moon Shadow, we go to 2. Yeah, I guess we kind of have to, though. Yeah, opponent had a really good start, and we did not draw any of our big cards, unfortunately. Yeah. I mean, any legitimate threat, a haste thing, whatever, we're just dead. Well, that's close. I mean, I guess we could draw Meringue River Regent? That would be legit. It would at least get us 1 turn. The opponent looks like they don't immediately have a way to end our life here, so that's something good. Okay, we got Geometry. Are we just copying Overlord? I guess so. I mean, the opponent didn't want to attack into an Overlord last time, so this is probably fine for us to attack. All right. No, 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 no. That's not what we wanted to see. Gosh dang it. Yeah. So now we lose to a bajillion different cards. Oh, wait. We're actually not dead, right? Oh, no, because it triggers again. Yeah, never mind. Okay, this seems reasonable. Not that we're doing a lot early, but there's a lot of setup that could be something good later. This could also just be a boring control pile, and it looks like that's exactly what it is. Whole lot of not fun. All right, let's start with the Badger Mole Cub. Somehow they didn't have a counter, which astonishes me, honestly. Sure, let's go. What do you have? What did they keep? I'm definitely overcommitting here, but this is fine. I'm gonna go for it anyway. Put it on, I guess, just the forests. All right. You can split up, get rid of our 2 Badger Mole Cubs. Oh, it's that type of deck. Okay, well, this is fun. I guess it's good that we have our Archdruid's Charm. Like having that kind of just at our disposal. Let's attack. Need to leave up some green mana. Alright. End the turn. United Battlefront, sure. It's interesting with this charm, right? Because we could also just go get, like... Sort of thing about, what if we go get Moraine River Regent, right? We'd have the mana to play it. We bounce, I don't know, Synthesizer and the token they're about to make. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to gamble. I think generally I would just get rid of Synthesizer, but we're going to let this ride. And just see what we can do. Mostly because this is just more fun. Obviously, you want to get rid of the problematic card in most cases. But this is more like, hey, if we can have fun doing what we're doing, let's try it. I guess it doesn't really matter to take the damage here. Get rid of those. Now, if we could apply geometry, we could copy a Moraine River Regent, and it'd be awesome. Or having a creature land here would have also been good. Pinnacle Starcade. You do what you gotta do. Totally understand. Yep, those come back. That is not helpful. But opponent does go to 6. Alright. And we do get an Overlord. Alright, Synthesizer and what is the question? We just need it to not be something that deals with the River Regent. Okay, that doesn't. Sweet. Love to see it. Oh, and a bonus Oko. Love that. Yep. All right, we'll take that. Ooh, this is kind of rough. Yeah, I mean... All right, here's the deal. If we get to keep the Llanowar, maybe we get to do something, you know? If we don't, this hand's complete trash. And we're wasting the 3 steps ahead just to protect the Llanowar. Like, you sort of know that going in, and there's nothing you can do about it. I really need them to try to Lightning Helix here. Darn it. It's not the land we wanted them to play. Okay, sure. I guess we attack, because we're not doing anything else. End the turn? Okay, they didn't do much of anything either, though. Huh. So this is kind of a weird game we've stumbled onto. Now, we do have a Mistrise Village, but I don't think we want to show that to them yet to protect a spell. Basically, this makes any spell cost 2 mana, effectively, because you have to pay 1 blue and tap it to make something else unblockable, or uncounterable. I will fight over that, actually. Mostly just to keep some cards out of their hands. And just say, all right, you're going to have to work. Now, they might also look and go, hey, you're willing to fight over Llanowar? Maybe I do want to kill Llanowar here. And I wouldn't be mad if they did, let me tell you. Okay. So this creates a weird spot. I was hoping to maybe get another land and we could buy our way toward playing a Vivian or something. But now, let's see. We can do this for 2. Don't love it, but okay. Gets us a couple of cards. Ah, we didn't find anything. I was hoping maybe Badger Mole Cub, you know, whatever, but no luck. The good news, though, we got both of our Planeswalkers, right? So that's something. And I guess if they take a turn here and say they, like, tap out to play, like, a loot or something, well, they found a land, we could get rid of it with the Vivian. The thing is now, though, they're going to be in a little bit of an aggressive mode because they know that their counters don't do anything because we have a Mesmerized Village, right? Unless they find a Demolition Field or some such. So now we just want to find more lands. That's kind of our whole game plan here, is just all the lands we could find. So let's go with Vivian. Plus up. We found a land. We also found a Badger Mole Cub, but I'm going to go with the land. Also allows us to play Llanowar Elf. So now they have something else they have to focus on, right? Just dealing with our creatures isn't enough. And a lot of times these decks are 4 colors. So there's a chance our Planeswalkers will not survive. Yep, for that very reason. Now it's, do we want to try to get Oko down or the doubling season? Part of me says Oko should be the answer. But man, doubling season would be sweet if it worked. Maybe we just go Mind into Matter, right? And I don't think they have a 1 blue thing. This is a gamble here. Because we can do it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can do it for 3. Or we can do this for 7. I'm going to go for 7. And then just get 5 cards. And if they have, like, I don't know, make us pay for an instant or sorcery, and, like, you got me, I guess. Okay. This is where we get the choice. I think we go with doubling season. And we have a land we get to play. All right. Now, of course, if they have another inevitable defeat or whatever, so be it. Nothing we can do about it. But if they don't, then we get to stick Oko, and then we can just minus Oko immediately and have doubling season, which is a little silly, but it's a thing we get to do. So let's go ahead and Mesmerized Village. And tap blue, whoop, green, green, green. Actually, you know what? Just because, I'm going to make our creature the green. And we're going to play Oko. Now, they're probably going to come after our doubling season. Oh, they wanted Jeskai Revelation. No, we would like to counter that, my friends. Look at us being the counter deck. All right, now we want to minus. And pass the turn. So now we have triple doubling season. Because we get a copy of our copy. Now, admittedly, Jeskai Revelation can bounce things or whatever, so there's still a long way to go here, but this is very helpful. Yep, looks like they're gonna probably use a flashback. Yep, assumed as such. Interesting. So we went for that instead of the Just Guy's Revelation. Oh, I guess they wouldn't have had enough mana. Man, where are creature lands at? Okay, well, we can go find something later that could be of importance, I suppose. Man, do we want to just dig with Meringue River Regent? I kind of want to. Man, I don't know what's better to play. Ugh, this is a tough choice, y'all. All right, what if we... God, I'm just trying to think how many counters they have, because some are just make us pay 3 more. And if that's all they have, then fine. If it's 3 steps ahead, then it sucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I'm willing to tap some elves here, I think. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with just Badger Mole Cub. Counter it or don't. No more lies. Sure. So if we pay for it, then what do you do? Nothing? All right. I guess it resolves. We'll pay. Now what? Nothing, apparently. Okay. Now you want to kill the Badger Mole Cub? They want a fire magic. Dealing 1 to everything. All right, so let's just go ahead and tap these. We'll get our green mana. And I will... What are we going to do with this much mana? All right, we let that resolve, I guess. Now I have a big 8/8 land because we put a bunch of counters on it. Oh, man, I'm trying to think through so many things we may have to do here. We can just... Opponent's basically tap down, so let's just go digging. All right, that's not bad. We could have done a lot worse. I do like having a Restless Vine stock, mind you. We still haven't played a land. So let's go attacking for 8. All right. End the turn. Oh, I should have played Breeding Pool there because that gave me the option to use Archdruid's Charm. Oh, no, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter because I still had the village up. All right. We're going to try to counter again. Nice. Got there. Man, we had to survive multiple counters, inevitable defeat, 2 Just Guys Revelations being cast, a fire magic, and a flashback on a second cast of Traumatic Critique. But you know what? This deck got there, and we're not even built to beat these types of decks. That was difficult, but being 100% transparent, those 2-3 steps ahead we got to cast were very big in this matchup. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, I think some of the matchups, you know, we're talking about against like the Elemental, Mono Blue, Eddie Merc Crab deck, you got to get stuff like this where you have multiple early mana creatures. Got to be able to get multiple spells out. When you don't, it's going to be very hard to win those. But that's okay. Can't win them all, man. And I will say, it is always amusing to see people be upset that they just don't win like every game. It's like, we knew we weren't going to win every game. You know, flipping out over it seems kind of silly. All right. If we play Badger Mole Cub, then we turn this into a thing. Then we get a Hauntwoods token. We get to untap our Weaver. And get to attack. All right. We have all the manas in the world. Now we just got to find something to do with it. Bossing, say. Well, that is a thing. Sure. All right, opponent said that's enough, I guess. Yeah, that was just going to be activate, attack for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and they're at 8, and we just see what happens. So yeah, not the most exciting game. It's just the way it plays out sometimes. This is a super easy mulligan. Oh, this is much better. The question is, do we want to try to get crazy with the doubling season or keep it 3 steps ahead? You know what? I'm just going to gamble. We're here for fun. Though, if I was playing seriously and competitively, I would have kept the 3 steps ahead, got rid of the doubling season. But now I'm just hoping to draw something we could play with the extra 2 mana we'll have on this turn. And maybe we could do something productive. No, you're killing my Llanowar elf. It's all right. Now, if they have another one to get rid of my Badger Molkup, that's going to be really sad. Okay. Who knew? Being on the play would have been such a big deal this game. I say that, though. It's not like it would have changed a whole lot, but potentially would have had a chance to get doubling season down on this coming turn. All right, they're going to escape tunnel to get a tap land and play Earthbender Ascension. Okay. Kind of the safest version of what any turn could have looked like for us, I guess. Can't be too mad at that. Let's go with Oko to make a 3/3. All right. We may block. I don't think we will, but also by keeping everything on tap, we could also discourage the opponent from wanting to attack. Now, admittedly, they could play a land, fetch a land, have giant Earthbender scenario. Yep, you got it. It looks like that's what's going to happen. Harmonizer. What are we doing? Just playing Harmonizer straight up. All right. Sadly, we have nothing to do here. This is bad. Opponent's draw was very good. Those Meltstriders really are causing a problem for us right now. So we're just going to pass. Yeah, Oko, you turning into a thing doesn't do anything. We can't even attack effectively. All right. That should do it, I think. Double up, give it trample, double it again. So to go to 16 if they want. 17, actually. Oh, it'd be more than that. Yeah, it'd be 20 plus. Yep. You have another land in hand? Oh, that's brutal. Just that. This feels suspicious, but all right. I'm your Huckleberry, I guess. Can I not block it? Oh, it can't be blocked by more than one thing? Is that the issue? Yeah, can't be blocked set by... No. No. Says it can't be blocked. What? O2 and can't be blocked. Oh, by more than one creature. Okay, sure. Forgot that was the other text on the Meltstrider's resolve. I mean, we're likely dead anyway, so it's like, whatever. Yeah, sure. I was like, we were dead regardless. Okay. We got a doubling season. We got the Haunt Woods. Let's see how far this takes us. But if you're wondering why there's so many, like, small mana creatures and stuff, it's for these types of very hands, right? Because if we get to keep the Llanowar Elf into Badger Mole, we're not doing anything with the extra 2, and you'd love to do something with the extra 2 to set up those extra fun turns, since we're already holding the doubling season. All right, does Llanowar Elf die to a Burst Lightning? Maybe? Maybe. Well, the fact that it paused here feels like they might want to just do something else. Yep, all right. So now it's, do they want to deal with our Llanowar Elf or give us an opportunity to do something with the Badger Mole Cub? Another Cub would be sick, but even just like a Leyline Weaver would be fine. I would totally accept that. Man, we have Oko and doubling season. Come on. We're right on the cusp of doing some fun things. All right. Well, this is starting to feel like this Badger Mole Cub is not going to get to do what we want it to do. However, we got to try anyway. Just a counter, we can live with that. Counters a creature or enchantment spell. So they might just be going deep in the... This might be one of those hard Izzet control decks that's just playing a ton of counters. No. Weird. Really? Wow. I would not have guessed that's what they were doing. Okay, so now we have kind of a serious situation. I wish I had another land in hand. I would think about playing the Meringue River Regent next turn. I guess at least if I play Oko, make it 3/3, they probably just deal with Oko next turn. But then we're still behind on mana. And we really want to play Meringue River Regent. God, this is like just barely the wrong cards. I guess the safest thing is just play Hauntwoods, but then they kill the Llanowar Elf. Yeah, all right. How do we go about... I guess here's what we do. And we're just going to hope they don't have like another Slick Shot plus something. I'm actually going to draw. Not sure what I was hoping to even hit there, but figured there was some type of opportunity. Okay, we're going to get rid of Rebuke. And we need Weaver. We need the land. Probably need River Regent. I'm going to get rid of Doubling Season. This is going to look crazy, but I just don't feel like this is a situation where we're going to get to do anything with it. But I'm kind of hoping maybe the opponent spins a couple cards, takes out Oko because they don't want to deal with it. People are really afraid of Planeswalkers. All right, they need to play one more thing, and then they can attack into Oko safely. Or effectively, I should say. But this is just try to get them to spin cards so they're not coming after us. Though, if we could have found a charm, that would have worked as well, just to take down a Slick Shot show off. But yeah, if we can get them to expend cards, then when it comes time to attacking us, we might be okay. But it looks like they might have a Burst Lightning. No, a Flow States. They're going to go digging. Okay. That's good and bad, because it means they didn't really lose any extra cards. So they'll have more ammo for next turn. Yep, they are going after Oko. All right, so we got what we wanted out of that, for the most part. Oh. All right, Badger Mole Cub was not part of the plans. But if we Cub, then we have 5 mana. We could just Overlord. I mean, we might still be dead. But here's what we can do. We can... Now, I was thinking we could Badger Mole. We have 2, 4, 5. Actually, we could. All right, let's Badger Mole. We'll play Weaver. Then we'll just play the Hauntwoods to get the land and practically guarantee we have enough mana next turn. And then we'll just see what happens. Now, they could also just Burst Lightning or Badger Mole and wreck a lot of our plans here. Which, if they do, oh well. Okay. So let's Leyline Weaver. And let's do this. And this is just hope we don't die. I mean, there's a bunch of combinations we can lose to. So we're not even going to remotely get our hopes up. Especially seeing as how they're playing Get Out in these lists. And these lists almost never play that. Yeah, there's a bunch of combinations where this does not go well for us. We got 5 cards. Going sleight of hand. I mean, we're at 15, so like 2 spells and a fling would be enough as well if one of them got rid of the Leyline Weaver. Which they might. Alright. I think we block both, even though we know it's bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Would we be able to keep 6 mana otherwise? Yeah, sure. Let's try this? I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to let the 2/2 through. Oh, whoa. Whoa, they both died? You're kidding. What just happened? You didn't have anything? Is it possible to hands all counter spells? I don't even know what we're supposed to do here, y'all. I'm stunned. Like 100, I'm not even joking with y'all. Like, no cap, I am 100% confused. There is 0 chance we should have. Oh, you have Eddie Merc crabs. That's what that was about? Okay, I guess. Weird. Not what I was anticipating, but sure, that works. All right. So we're at 10. Oh, I guess they're going to bounce their thing and set up to recast it next turn. So yeah, that was a whole weird sequence. I kind of want to draw with the River Regent, but I also just want to bounce. But now I'm at the point, I have no idea. This is a weird amalgamation of a couple of different builds. So I don't know what they're up to. Yeah, I genuinely have no idea what my opponent's playing now. And I should have known something was up when I saw the Get Out. I mean, it's possible. Slickshot Show-Off might be the only red card in that deck. I was just thinking, like, what if I draw Applied Geometry? Then what do we do? Gosh dang it. Copying an Overlord would be fun, but let's just do this. If they just have the counter, then, like, you got it, man. Alright, they don't. No attacks, really, is beneficial here? I don't think. Alright. And then next turn, we at least get a Overlord of the Hauntwoods back. Or are they going to get out to get back a Slick Shot? Oh, that's all it's there to get. Alright. Yeah, this whole thing just got weird. Alright. I guess we're going to do the thing. Applied Geometry, copy a Meringue River Regent. If you have another thing... Oh, this isn't a creature yet, so you can't counter it with the get out. Because I think that counters creatures and enchantments, if I remember right. Alright, so we'll just bounce the 2 tokens. Alright, you can flash in your Eddie Merc Crab or whatever. Just attack him for 6. And then now you got your work cut out for you. Okay. I guess for all I know, they're going to play Sunderflock too. I have no idea. Like, they could just have everything. I wouldn't know. This is the wildest scenario to be caught in. I mean, you can get back the Boomerang basics and, I guess, bounce a River Regent. Not sure you want to do that, but you might have to. Nope. So they have something else in hand, or some semblance of something, I would imagine. We're at 10. How do we die at 10? I guess they could Slick Shot. All right. I'm your Huckleberry. Let's see what you got, man. If they bounce something, we could just replay it. Because they have to have something if you didn't go get Boomerang Basics, right? What do you have? I mean, you block, shoot a thing, I guess. All right, I mean, I'll just make you show me it, whatever it is. Like, you gotta have something. It's just, what is it? Yeah, I was gonna say, it had to be something like that, so that's fine. All right. Flow state. Love seeing that. What are you going to do with this mana? Stock up, sure. I mean, with us having 3 attackers now, even if they get the Eddie Merc Crab, it's not enough. Because the land is still a point. Man, Oko has actually turned out to be pretty good in a couple of games so far. Whether we win this one or not, this extra token does matter. And if we get a dead card, we can also dig, try to find something useful. Opponent is spending a lot of time on this stock up, though. Yep, I was going to say, I think we're good. Okay, I have to say, there was a point where I was really thinking about getting rid of the Vine stock, but we only have 1, and we don't have too many lands that enter the battlefield tapped. The only other minor concern is sometimes not having enough green early, especially if we draw the Archdruid's Charm. But I don't think we could really remove too many blue sources. So, I don't know, it puts me in a tough spot. And I almost feel like maybe there's something better we could do with instead of River's Rebuke, but it's fine as the option to have right now. We did get to do a little bit with Mind into Matter, so I don't mind that card. Matter of fact, I mean, if you already had the cards, it might even be worth replacing the River's Rebuke with another Mind into Matter, right? Because there's a chance you could just get the early mana start, draw a bunch of cards, play a doubling season, try to go off the next turn or something. I think that's a realistic scenario. But otherwise, everything kind of worked. You know, Again, I think there's going to be and I think I said this earlier in the video, there's going to be some times where you just need to get some combination of 2 of these early mana creatures, right? You need to mulligan until you have at least 1 of them, I would think, but you really want to have some combination of 2 of them. And do we need more counters? Don't know. Mistrise Village, this is the first deck we played where I think it actually really paid off, right? If you're running into the Jeskai control decks or whatever, you need to have this because they only have so many ways to get rid of a doubling season and your planeswalkers. So if you can sneak one of those through and then you get either, you know, a doubling season to go with the planeswalkers or an applied geometry to go with the doubling season, then you can start pulling away, right? But you kind of really need that. So I would even say, knowing what I know now, if you're in that matchup during their end step, using Archdruid's Charm to go get the Mistrise Village might be your best answer, honestly. So keep that in mind if you have to play that matchup anywhere along the line. Also, full transparency, I did just early concede at least 2 matchups, I think it was 2, against other Jeskai control decks because they weren't going to make the video anyway. We had already played one long game against one of them, and y'all didn't want to watch me play against Jeskai control like 3 times in a row, and those be the only games in the video. So just so you know, that's going to be one of those things. Could we beat them? They are going to be tough matchups, and a lot of it does rely on Mistrise Village. So just want to put that out there. But yeah, you know, we had some weird draws, so it's going to be hard to talk about how powerful the deck actually is and what you could actually do, because our draws felt very inconsistent. Just one of those things. But we did have some fun games. I think if you're going to play on the open ladder, for sure you can play this and have some fun and do some crazy stuff. Just be a little careful if you're going to play this on the ranked ladder, because you have to play very tight. And again, I think if you're gonna do that, probably go ahead and remove the River's Rebuke for something else. I'll leave that up to you. But this link will be over on Moxfield like always, where you can download it and have some fun. But that's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.